Good morning, beautiful people around the world, and welcome to Obinwannem English News Update. My name is Ubo Promise, the news presenter. And our news update this morning, the 13th day of July 2024, 86 varsities, others conducted illegal admissions, says JAMB. Analysis of data on the admissions conducted for the 2022-2023 admission session in Nigerian universities, polytechnics, and other tertiary institutions of learning revealed that 88 institutions conducted admissions outside of the Central Admissions Processing System, popularly referred to as CAPS. According to JAMB, admissions conducted outside CAPS are illegal, null, and void. JAMB had in 2017 introduced the Central Admissions Processing System, where all tertiary institutions upload the admission status of candidates offered admission in the institutions. CAPS has centralized and automated admission processes between candidates and their chosen tertiary institutions. In 2020, JAMB warned institutions to stop offering admissions to candidates through their own portals. The board described the practice as a flagrant abuse of the automated Central Admissions Processing System. TS has 22 pupils killed, 120 trapped in Plateau school building collapse. The death toll in a school building which collapsed in Jos, Plateau State on Friday morning has increased to 22. The Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, Sunday Abdul, had earlier confirmed 17 persons dead after a rescue operation at the St. Academy located at the Busa Buju community in Jos North local government area of the state. But the State Commissioner for Information, Musa Hashim, who gave a fresh update on the sad incident in a statement he issued on Friday night, confirmed that the death had risen to 22, while 154 persons suffered different degrees of fatalities. The statement read in part, "The Plateau State Government expresses its deepest condolences following the tragic building collapse at St. Academy, Jos on July 12, 2024. The collapse resulted in 154 fatalities and injuries. Emergency responders are currently at the scene conducting search and rescue operations." Federal government awards $21 million contracts to meter 187 oil stations. The Federal Executive Council announced the award of a $21 million contract for the metering of 187 crude oil flow stations in Nigeria to properly account for the country's production and exports. It also disclosed that the council awarded another contract for the development of software that would enable the government to monitor the movement of Nigeria's crude oil from the point of loading of every cargo in Nigeria up to the point of the cargo's destination. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, 𝐬𝐭𝐤𝐿, who disclosed this at a press briefing in Abuja, stated that the initiatives would further give clarity on the volumes of crude produced in country, as well as the amount exported to other nations. He said 2 days ago the Federal Executive Council meeting was held, presided over by Mr. President, where we took some very bold steps to recognize the oil, to reorganize the oil and gas sector. One of the key approvals by the Federal Executive Council has to do with awarding a contract for the metering of 187 flow stations across the Niger Delta region of Nigeria by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. NUPRC is the apex regulatory agency or commission for the Nigerian oil and gas upstream sector. As part of our steps to ensure that we have proper accountability, the Federal Executive Council approved the metering of all our production. We have 187 flow stations in the country, and there was a contract awarded for us to meter all the flow stations so that we will be able to properly account for what we produce and what we export. Still on our news update this morning, Vice President Shettima has inaugurated a presidential food system unit to harness resources. Ideas. The presidency has engaged the state development partners and other critical stakeholders in the ongoing effort to address the soaring prices of commodities and general food insecurity in the country. To this end, Vice President Shettima on Friday inaugurated the Presidential Food System Coordination Unit (PFSCU) as part of efforts by the administration of President Bola Tinubu to tackle hunger and hardship in the land. This was sequel to a presentation by the technical assistant to the President on Agriculture, Office of the Vice President, Marion Moon, addressing members of the group comprising governors, cabinet ministers, and representatives of development partners. Shettima said, "The nation is facing a real food security crisis, and the sooner we come to terms with the reality, the better. Food insecurity endangers the very basis of our democratic experiment, and this is why all hands have to be on deck. We are in a food security crisis, but it also provides us the opportunity to re-engineer and reposition the nation on a firmer footing." Outlining the mandate of the PFSCU, the Vice President said that the unit was not created to usurp the functions of the Ministry of Agriculture, noting that the urgency and seriousness of the matter at hand requires the ideas and resources of all stakeholders. Tinubu reaffirms commitment to Niger Delta Development. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reaffirmed the commitment of his administration to correct the years of neglect of the Niger Delta region through the Renewed Hope agenda. Speaking at the Niger Delta Stakeholder Summit 2024 held in Port Harcourt, the president, who was represented by the President of the Senate, Chief Godswill Akpabio, said that the summit with the theme Renewed Hope for Sustainable Development of the Niger Delta region marked a turning point. He said, "This administration brings renewed hope and prosperity, and I believe this is the season we have been waiting for. It is our time to shine. To achieve lasting solutions, we must overcome disunity. Unity among the people of the Niger Delta and the entire nation is not just a choice but a necessity. Through our shared vision, we can overcome the obstacles before us. Mr. President is deeply committed to the development of the Niger Delta. The East-West Road will be a priority. The National Assembly, fully represented here today, will do everything in its power to ensure the completion of this crucial road." Additionally, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road project will not only commence from Lagos but will also start simultaneously from the Niger Delta, ensuring both ends meet to complete the project. The Niger Delta can sustain itself with its agricultural resources, especially in rice production and fish farming. By focusing on rice production, we can ensure that the Niger Delta not only meets its own needs but also contribute to the nation's food supply. We should not be solely defined by oil reserves, but also by our agricultural achievements. And lastly, on our news updates, why Nollywood stars are dying, Mama G. Nollywood actress Patience Ozuokwuo, popularly called Mama G, has taken a quick sweep at the root causes of instant death among Nollywood actors, blaming it on the carelessness and negligence on the part of the actors. The veteran actress made this assertion while in a chat with a reporter during the week in Lagos. She also revealed why she broke down in tears at the funeral rites of the late comic actor John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu, which took place in his hometown in Enugu State last month. According to Mama G, when you are doing something you are enjoying, you wouldn't bother to take care of your health. Once there is life in you, you keep doing what you are doing, and it's something that pays back on your body. Some people are so careless that when they are sick, instead of going to the hospital for a proper checkup, they prefer to visit a chemist or a pharmacy to buy a pain reliever. It's no longer safe with me. I don't know how many people are thinking like myself. That's why I blamed it on carelessness. We are trying to put smiles on the faces of people while forgetting to take care of our health, Mama G added. And with this, we've come to the end of our news update this morning. A massive thanks for listening to Obinwannem News Hour. Please do ensure to follow Obinwannem media platforms to be updated anytime we come live. Do have a lovely day. My name is still Obo Promise, Obinwannem News presenter from 𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐿 State. Bye-bye.